What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now, and welcome to, I suppose, the final live stream of 2022. We are here to celebrate the year. We're here to talk about the future with pretty much anything. We can do movies, we can do games, we can even do a little bit of television. I did watch the Wednesday show and really loved it, but a pleasure to be here. Honestly, happy late Christmas. I know we did this right before Christmas last week, so happy late Christmas, happy early New Year's for today's live stream. Oh boy, feels good. Feels good to talk to all of you. As always, we'll take questions and all that stuff. If you didn't notice, I got a new camera, which I think it looks a lot better actually for my preview box, and I also have a new mic, so hopefully it sounds better as well. So I've really reached the big time, even though we're approaching 70K. We got, I think, less than 300, maybe like 250 left. So I don't think we'll do it before tomorrow or tomorrow at midnight, but we almost got 70,000. And then hopefully we'll see where we get next year. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun this year. I'm planning some things. Like my daughter's still off of school all week next week, so I still want to do a Scream specific live stream. I really want to do that, so maybe I'll do that next week. Also, actually, my wife and I were talking about it, or she reminded me about just like sorting hat and stuff like that when we were eating the one day. I do still want to do a live stream where I sort myself, because I think I did through the Pottermore like the correct thing. I'm not 1,000% sure I actually did it. Also, I don't think it's linked to my Podcast Now email. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll do a live stream where I'll just take like the quiz and you can all watch and participate in some ways with me. So a couple events there, have some more Hogwarts Legacy stuff, but also then talk about some different games. Forspoken, Dead Space, SpongeBob. Those are really the big three, I'd imagine. Persona as well comes out next month as well. So there's a lot coming out just in January. We're going to do some newer things or really start to solidify what this channel is in the new year. As I said in my channel update, just a lot of games, just games, and then Scream for movies. But that's about it. Like the Last of Us TV show, I am going to be reviewing that every single week, but that'll be on my second channel, Podcast Now Plus. The link's in the description if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, we're really going to start to solidify, and I'm going to be making a lot of videos on specific games. So like Forspoken, I expect to make, quite a handful of them. Dead Space, I'm going to make quite a few. Obviously Hogwarts. We're getting very close to my kind of preview lead-in stuff for Hogwarts that I do with all the other games, talking about review score predictions and why I'm getting it, and you should too. So some of the series I do for these games, I'm going to be doing for Hogwarts. So that was a long opening, long rant. I didn't even say hello to anybody. Hello, everybody. Should I say it? What's up, everybody? Ready Player One knows how to do it. Can we expect anything else from... And, of course, like I said, I'm going to be reading a bunch of your comments. It's going to maybe look different when I'm looking at the chat. The camera is lower than it used to be. I think it's a better angle for even my hairline. So it's going to look a little weird when I look at comments, but I may be getting a haircut tomorrow, though. I'm gonna fight that. But I do expect a lot more for Hogwarts Legacy. I think obviously one more, like a final trailer or a what would they call it? Well, they could do like an accolades trailer once the game is out. I think they normally call it, what's it normally called? Final trailer or release trailer, something around the exact time that the game comes out is I assume the last trailer that they do. Unless, of course, they do the gameplay showcase part 3, which they could. I don't know. Have you guys kept up with any Hogwarts creators? Has anybody been acting fishy? I certainly haven't. So, Philip, what's up, buddy? I was 1 minute late. Normally, I start like 4 or 5 minutes early, and I don't even think you're supposed to do that. I actually think it's better for the algorithm that you you wait till a little bit after. But I normally start early. Hello, everybody. Tyler, Thunder, Dragon Ball fan, Titan Gamer, Tyler Fratis. Lots of Tylers. Thank you. What's your favorite Home Alone movie? The first one. What's up, Alex? I was just going to ask that a new mic. Yeah, I got it's the one that all the big timers, the big, what's it called? The Shure SMB7, I think. SM7B. It's the one that everybody uses once you hit the big time, which I haven't, but I'm going to pretend like I did. I think are you supposed to use it for music? Like obviously a lot of the podcasts, I think even like Joe Rogan, like everybody uses this. I thought it was for music, like to sing, because you do a lot of the same stuff you would do with a microphone to sing as you do with this. So I don't know. Hey, Christy and Doggy. Yeah, Christy just came back from the Korean market, and she got a lot of stuff, and so she was putting that stuff away. Oh, speaking of, I don't know why. Well, did I see Star Wars? I think I saw somewhere Star Wars. I'm playing Jedi Fallen Order. I'm more than halfway. I'm probably like 60% of the way done. So next week, it's actually been a while since I've done it, but my retrospective series where I write out a script. So it's not just me talking to talk. I write a script out. I put a little bit more effort into the editing and stuff. So I'm going to do a retrospective for Jedi Fallen Order. Middle of next week, it'll probably come out. And then I'll be ready to start doing some theories and predictions and stuff for Jedi Survivor. So I've been doing Fallen Order to get ready for that. I may, if I finish Sonic Frontiers, which I'm not sure if I like it or not, if I beat it, I'll do like a, I finally played Sonic Frontiers kind of video. I'll do like a late review. So, yeah, Jedi Fallen Order stuff will happen actually next week as well. Just going to throw that out there. Lots of different stuff going on. Currently, we're playing Guardians of the Galaxy game. Nice. It's been, I played it when it first, or they gave me a code, so I played it right before it came out, Guardians, and man, that game is good. Is that the Leviathan axe? It is. Where is it? Right there. My wife, Christy, she got, that's Geralt's sword, and then that's the axe. And she went to the Comic-Con in Denver, and she bought both of them at the same time, but the axe was for me, and then it was like a Christmas gift, but she bought it way early, so we just kept it in our closet for like 4 months. Well, it's been a while. Yeah, the Comic-Con, I think, was in September, so we've had it for a while. But yeah, that is the Leviathan axe, and it's pretty heavy. I don't think it could actually chop anything. It's not like, it doesn't have a blade. I don't think it could do anything, but it does look really cool, especially up close. I'd get it for you, but you'd be surprised how hard that was to put up on the wall. It's being held up by thumbtacks. So, fun fact. When do you think we will see Spider-Man 2? Funny story about that. I actually have a video that'll go up on Monday on my So What's Going On series. I did one on Spider-Man 2. I think really soon, honestly. Will Christy be back on camera? I actually asked her if she. I think both of us forgot. She may join me for a live stream, one of these kind of casual where I just talk and we read comments. Christy may appear, not on this one, but eventually. Are you excited for Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning? Oh, I am. I did a ranking, and actually on Podcast Now Plus on Sunday there will be a top 10 movies of 2023 that I'm looking forward to. Where did I write it down? I wrote it down somewhere. Mission Impossible is high. It's like top 3, I think. So I'm definitely Tom Cruise movies are next level stuff. Last Marauder. You stay up so late. This is later, I think, than when we did our thing together. What's going on, man? Thanks for being here. Just even just to pop in. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's, and we'll have to have Last Marauder along with the gang. Like I said, we'll do more Hogwarts Legacy things in January and then early February. And then after, when Hogwarts Legacy comes out, I think we got to get us together. So definitely you'll see Last Marauder on the channel. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed, really, really nice, down-to-earth guy. So definitely check him out. Does some pretty cool theory, different, I'd say kind of down my alley of Hogwarts Legacy videos, I would say. I heard they want to remake the Harry, yeah, that's, if they reboot Harry Potter, which I did see that rumor, that'd be something. I would like them to try to at least have what's left of the cast come back for like a Cursed Child, but like redo it kind of thing. I'd prefer that than to just make Harry Potter 1 through 7 again. It really hasn't been that long. Daniel Radcliffe will always be Harry. I don't think you can just replace it that easily. So I think that's a horrible idea. I like the idea of more in the Wizarding World, but I don't think rebooting or literally redoing 1 through 7 makes any sense. Always love how you articulate your words. Well, thank you. Words are tough for me, I'll be honest with you. I have a stuttering problem. I had speech therapy as like a 3, 4, 5-year-old. So I assume you mean like my honesty, not literally how I speak the English language, because it's not very good. Do you have any idea of when we could see Suicide Squad pre-order page go up? Somebody, oh man, did somebody say there? I think somebody did do a little deep dive. It could be right after Hogwarts. Like there may be a theme. I don't remember how they did Gotham Knights, but I would imagine in February, like at the latest. So I don't think it's going to be that long. Hello from the Netherlands, Alex. Have a good new year in advance, brother. Following your channel since your first Hogwarts Legacy videos, and thanks for all the hype. Thank you. EHV, is that EHV Fanatic? Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long. I mean, and as I've always said, I'll make a video making sure everybody, the Hogwarts Legacy community, they all see it probably right before or right after the game comes out. You know, I hope, as I've always said, I hope the Hogwarts Legacy community sticks with me even when the game is done. I'll be covering any future news, DLC, obviously sequels, and future Wizarding World games, and I hope all of those things happen. But even when those things are not happening, which I don't think they're going to happen right away, I think it'll take a little bit, I hope people stick with me. I don't think people would unsubscribe. I just think people wouldn't watch the other videos, which, as I've said, is fine, and I expect it. I've seen it happen with, 100 other things since I've been around. It's the channels that only cover specific things. Those are the channels that are most, affected. Have you beat Jedi Fall? Actually, I'm going to Dathomir. That's where I'm at. You can go early in the game. I'm going for the story purpose now. So that's where I'm at. I think that's considered there's only 6 chapters considered in the game. I'm on chapter 5, but it's multiple things you have to do. But I'm on 5 out of 6, so I am pretty far. Sup, Rob, been catching up on your vids today. Thank you. There's a lot. If you fall behind on my videos, well, good news is you have plenty to. You can just kind of put me on in the background, which I see a lot of people say that they do that, which is understandable. I do think my voice and the way I do videos, although my ranking video, the most anticipated game video that went up today, I think those are really good videos to actually watch. The rest you can listen in the background. But I think to watch, I think I do some pretty cool every now and then. I'm not saying I'm a champ, because I'm not. Christy is a badass. Yeah, she does kick some butt. I wonder who the one-armed gray dude is in Jedi Survivor. Good question. I don't know if we're supposed to know. I think I think the race is known. I don't think that individual is actually known. We love Christy. Yeah, look, she's got her fans. Yeah, she'll be on. She used to be the one to just read the comments, and that helped. Sucks that James Dumb, I assume that's Gunn, isn't looking at Deadpool 3 and going, hey, let's do Soups for one last time, but nope. Yeah, I don't, right now it's not looking great for his thing. You want to say hello, everybody? They seem to like you. You can't hear unless you're right in the mic. You want to come say hi? No. Oh, okay. She doesn't want to say hi to you. That shows her enthusiasm. That's what they can't hear you. I said this mic, you have to be talking right into it.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Is that loud enough?
You don't have to scream at it. You just have to talk into it. Jesus, that scared me, and I was sitting here. Hey, Alex, I've been watching you since Hogwarts Legacy Leaks first appeared. Cannot believe how long it's been. So crazy to think about how much we didn't know back then. And how much we latched on to the little that we did know and that people didn't believe us. So that's a blast. But no, I appreciate it, Jumping Toadstool. And like I said, hopefully people stick around afterwards. I 1,000% believe, at this point I'm pretty convinced, there will be DLC, I think, for Hogwarts Legacy. I'd be shocked if there wasn't, and I'd be shocked if there wasn't a sequel. Now the issue, and I'll make videos to explain it for those that don't know, but it takes a while. So if we get DLC within the next year, that would be something to expect, but then a sequel is going to take 3 to 4 years, probably 4. So I'm going to be old. And it's just going to take a very, very long time until we get a Hogwarts Legacy 2. Hopefully we get other Wizarding World games, but there will be stuff to talk about. There may just be like a year or so off. It may be a down year for the Hogwarts Legacy creators or community, and then it should pick back up. Because I do think they'll, at the worst, be a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy. And then hopefully, if they're smart, which I hope they are, then they make other, not just Avalanche, other companies, they make other Wizarding World games. again, selfishly as a channel, I don't need Hogwarts Legacy. I'd say it definitely helps the channel. So, I mean, selfishly, again, would I want there to always be a Wizarding World game in rotation? I mean, yeah, that would be very helpful. But, if you have to take a year off, there's other stuff to talk about for me. Make sure, by the way, I haven't said it yet, if you like this stuff, if you like Christy screaming into a mic, make sure you hit the like button. Helps now, helps later, and I do appreciate it as always. My top movies of 2023 are, I'm not going to say that first word, Bear, Super Mario movie, The Little Mermaid remake, Fast and Furious 10, Indiana Jones 5, Elemental, and the Gran Turismo movie. That's a good list. I would agree. Super Mario is up there. Fast and Furious 10 is up there, higher than it should be. Indiana Jones is up there, but I am, concerned about it. Gran Turismo I'm interested in. I don't know if it'll be good, but it's definitely something that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. You forgot to say Scream. You also forgot Mission Impossible, but it's your list. Don't let me influence your list. If Pirates was announced, that'd be pretty high, right? Not too late here. It's 22:40 here. I'm just editing, so I thought I could have this in the background. Oh, well, nice. Do you want to give a hint of what you're what you're working on, or keep it secret? No, you do some great work, man, and we're almost there. I mean, it's. I tweeted a few days, was it yesterday? I tweeted yesterday that January is the last month without Hogwarts Legacy in our lives. And that I realized after I got a comment actually about content creators. And I was like, oh, shoot, my tweet's not even true, because I don't think that's true for some people. I do think in January, Hogwarts will be in some people. Now, hopefully it's my life, but if it's not, it will be in other people's lives. So I do think for some content, like influencers, content creators, I think content creators is a nicer word to say than influencers. And obviously the journalists, the good old journalists, they'll have this game in January, late January. I'm talking like the last couple days of the week, or of that final week of January. But people will have it, so it's not really even true to say that January won't have Hogwarts in it, because it will. I think they should do a different story in the Harry Potter world and in the far, far past. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, keep Harry and gang still. You don't have to redo those films. You could do anything. But the issue, I think, is Fantastic Beasts proved to them that they can't do that. So in a way, I kind of get it. But the issue is, I think there was a lot going on with Fantastic Beasts beyond. You had J.K. Rowling, who's not like a script writer in terms of films. You had her carrying a pretty heavy load. That's not where she's good at. So that hurt. Of course, you had Johnny Depp, which I do think hurt the movie. You also had Ezra Miller, which I do think hurt the movie, plus the overall movie. So I don't think it's that fair to say that Fantastic Beasts proves you can't do a Wizarding World story without Harry, and that it's doomed to fail. I don't think that's true, because I actually think the first Fantastic Beasts is good. I think it's just a good film all around, and it doesn't have. And Newt Scamander's fun, so I think maybe they learned the wrong lesson, which wouldn't be surprising. I think the lesson they should learn is Ezra Miller should be fired, and Johnny Depp should never have been fired. But it's Warner Bros., so we have to remember what kind of intellect we're dealing with. Maybe that's why I'm not looked at very highly in the Hogwarts Legacy Avalanche. Maybe they don't. Maybe they're not allowed to invite me to things, because I have really, really been upset with Warner Bros. In terms of Johnny Depp and Ezra Miller and Amber Heard. But you know what? They're the morons, not me. Let's see. A new Shrek movie after Puss in Boots. But Puss in Boots is not doing well box office-wise, so I think that may also scare them to never do another, even though I like the Shrek movies quite a bit. Hey, Alex. Hey, Jeremy. Dathomir is endgame area. Well, I think you go there multiple times. It is towards the endgame, yeah. What was your most anticipated movie and game of 2023? No Scream 6 and Hogwarts. Well, those are my top two. Okay, if you're not looking at those, top movie after Scream, I do think is Mission Impossible. And top game after Hogwarts is Spider-Man. Here. Well, you should know I made a video today. the video today, go over my top 28 most anticipated. I'll give you my top 5 for games. Number 1 is Hogwarts. Number 2 is Marvel Spider-Man 2. Number 3 is Jedi Survivor. Number 4 is The Wolf Among Us 2. I always forget but it's The Wolf Among Us 2. And then number 5 is Master Detective Archives Rain Code, which is the new game from the creator of Danganronpa, who left Spike Chunsoft and then went to, I think that's how you say it, and then he formed his own studio, making his own game, very much inspired by Danganronpa. That's my 5th most anticipated. And then movies, oh God, I made a ranking. I can't find the movie ranking, though. Where is it? I wrote it down. Oh, there it is. Well, I have a video going up, so I don't want to spoil it all the way. I believe it's 1 is Scream 6, 2, I can't even read my own writing, and I don't actually see where number 2 is. 2 has got to be Mission Impossible, and I think 3 is John Wick Chapter 4. Those are my top 3. No. Oh, shoot, no. 2 is Fast 10. So where's Mission Impossible? Mission Impossible might be 4. Well, there you go. I can't read, but... Which is, I'll say this. Like, I didn't see too many movies this year. I saw, like, in theaters, maybe, like, 12 films this year. I'm kind of out. Like, I kind of have... Back in the day, I've said this story before. When I was, like, 17 to 21, I saw I saw films I could care less about. I went to theaters to see it. I think, actually, a lot of people go through that where, like, weekly they'll just go to theaters. So I think that is part of people's lives. But... And I saw like 40 movies per year for like 4 years in a row. Easily. Even when I first moved in with Christy, we saw quite a few movies. And it's not because, I don't even know what an excuse would be. It's because I just haven't liked a lot of movies that have come out. I saw like 12 this entire year. And next year has a lot. Next year at the top has quite a few movies. Like I think next year I could be really excited for some. And even, like, the top ones. Like, Scream 6 is my Scream 5. Like, they equal each other. But, like, Mission Impossible, what was my Mission Impossible this year? I didn't even see Top Gun in theaters, right? So you have that. Super Mario Bros. Like, I don't know what the equivalent to that would be. There was no John Wick of this year. Like, next year's got quite a bit that's coming out. So, yeah. Okay, and as I normally do, I've fallen behind. Not sure if you talked about this yet, but are you going to be picking up FF16? Of course. Final Fantasy 16. Hold on. Let me look at my... Final Fantasy 16 is 10th on my most anticipated 2023 list. And if it's on the list, it means I'm buying it day one. So, there you go. And I will be covering it, more and more. I'm really in the Kingdom Hearts kick. I've listened to Sanctuary and Simple and Clean probably like 100 times each over the last like 2 weeks. So I want to replay some Kingdom Hearts games. I want to watch some of the cutscenes in the story, but I'm all in on Kingdom Hearts. Final Fantasy has never been as good as Kingdom Hearts to me, but I'm very much into it. Let's settle this once and for all. Do you think Stu is coming back? I do not. Movies and Breakfast, but Movies and Breakfast, I don't know if you're still here because I know I'm like a half an hour behind, but I hope to do a Scream-specific live stream hopefully next week, and I may even invite guests, so we'll see how that all goes. I'll have to text Steven. Hopefully Hogwarts Legacy DLC isn't as long as Burning Shores. Do you think Mirage will be out in 2023 or delayed? DLC isn't as long as Burning Shores. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm worried about the Hogwarts DLC is because, but here's the thing, as gaming has taken longer to, or games have taken longer to be made, DLCs are as well. Like, DLCs, in my opinion, should never come out more than, like, 8 months after a game comes out. If you're releasing a DLC a year after, you might as well just make the next game, because it's holding you back. That's just the facts, right? If you're making DLC, you could also be making the next game at the same time, but you don't have the full team on it. So I'm never a fan of it, even though like Icky Island, actually there's another example, Ghost of Tsushima, Icky Island, came out a full year after, is really good. It's incredible. It's a great DLC. But like, did we need it? No. It came out a year after. It slowed them down, I'm sure. Horizon, same thing. Burning Shores a year after it, a year and 2 months, February, March, a year, 14 months after the Forbidden West came out. You have Burning Shores. I'm sure it's going to be great. I have zero doubt. It's going to be great, and it's going to push the story forward for Horizon 3. But, a year later, and then do we really need it? You're slowing yourself down. Now we have to wait another God knows how long, whereas I believe... Oh, God, Frozen Wilds. I have a lot up here in the old memory bank. Horizon Frozen Wilds, which is the DLC to Zero Dawn, I think that one came out like 6 months after the game came out. So they're taking longer. Like, as it takes longer to make games, obviously, it takes longer to make DLC. So for Hogwarts, yeah, I don't see DLC coming within the first 6 months. Like, big DLC. If they're going to do a story pack DLC that's $20, $30, that will not come out probably for 8 to 12 months after the game. That's just, and I'll make a video, talking about that. That's what's going to happen. If people think there's going to be DLC like 3 months after, you're nuts and you don't pay attention to the gaming industry. And I'm not saying people have said that, but that would be a clear sign that they don't cover other games. So we'll see how all that stuff goes. But yeah. Do you think Mirage will be out? I think it will be. The rumor for Mirage, I think now is May. Was it May? Is it originally, I think, was March. The rumor was going to release in March, but then it was pushed to May. I bet you it comes out like over the summer. Give it another delay, and it'll come out over the summer. Spider-Verse, Transformers, right? Yep, those are two good ones, Nick. I'm editing part 3 of the gameplay showcase breakdown. Nice. Yeah, we had people do kind of individual. I saw Retro do it as well, right? Breaking down the 3 parts of the gameplay showcase. Hey, Alex, I wish I could support you more. You definitely need the recognition. Well, I wish. How do you say your name? Because I really I want to give you recognition, but there's no way I'm going to be. I don't want to butcher your name. But no, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're doing good, as I always say. Well, number one, I act like I have less subscribers. Like when I do live streams and stuff, you wouldn't know I have almost 70K. You wouldn't. I'm not advanced, I think, in any way. My main quality is that I give honest assessments. That's really it. I guess my knowledge, I know a lot of things in the gaming industry. I can remember stuff. Those are my highlights. So I'm proud of where we are. I'm proud of the group we've created. A lot of the faults of the channel I did to myself. It's nobody else's fault but my own. I wanted it to be, and I said this in my channel update, I wanted this channel to be covering everything, and that's just not how YouTube punishes you for doing that. So I think we're on the right track. I think by covering just only games and then also Scream and Pirates, because I will never give them up, I think that sets us up well. And what I've always known, I've always said it out loud, but people in the YouTube, like people that like can know the systems of YouTube, know the algorithm, they've actually backed it up. What happens with people like me is you grow very, very slowly, but you never stop, and eventually there could be an explosion of growth. Whereas if you just focus on one thing, so say you're a Dead Space channel, you'll grow very, very quickly, but you will max out, you'll cap out, and then you'll never be able to go anywhere with that because you're stuck in that bubble. And that is how YouTube operates. I've always thought that, and then I watched a video of people that know stuff and know stuff internally that said the same thing. So it's like, all right, good. You grow very slowly where I'm at, but you never stop, and there's always potential. Whereas if you just cover Hogwarts or Gotham Knights or Pirates of the Caribbean, let's just throw out stuff that I cover. If you just cover those individually, you're gonna have a problem. And so I feel good about myself, which is important to do. I'm rambling. Alex can't wait to continue the journey of following your videos for the next upcoming year. Hopefully we get more Kingdom Hearts news. Yes. Well, thank you. I didn't even read your comment when I mentioned Kingdom Hearts earlier. Sanctuary. 2023 will be big for Star Wars. It should be. Ezra Miller should be a couple different things, even beyond fired. Let's just leave it there. Some journalists will do everything to keep people away from Hogwarts Legacy. It will be a joy to watch their reaction. This game will be breaking all records, and they may or may not even cover those record sales. I think you're going to see a lot of upset people. And I'm going to be covering, I'm not afraid of the controversy. I'm not afraid of not going after, careful YouTube. What I mean is just kind of highlighting these journalists that hate people like me and hate us. I like highlighting that in videos. I'm not afraid of those videos. However, I don't want to just make videos like that. So when the game comes out, maybe like 80-20 will be on my thoughts and breaking things down and talking about DLC and the future. And we'll talk about this in videos. That'll be most of what I cover. And then, maybe every so often video of, this journalist is crying because the game sold well. I definitely want to cover that as well. And nobody else is going to, right? In the circle that we have, nobody else will do it, which is fine. It's not a negative. Nobody else will do it. I will do it. I put myself in that situation. What if Hogwarts Legacy released early? I think it's too late for that to happen. I mean, they could. You'd have to say something now. Like if you move it up by a week, which is about as far as games would get moved up nowadays, you're not gonna have a game move up like a month. It doesn't happen. So if you have a game that moves up by like a week, is possible. I don't think it'll happen, and you'd have to say something like now, like next week. You'd have to announce it. Beast 3 was a letdown for a movie called The Secrets of Dumbledore. I don't feel like I learned many secrets. I feel like maybe there was one. Maybe even a story about the other schools from Harry Potter. Yep. Hoping you get early access would be pretty sick. Let me read these two. DJ Steph, thank you so much, man, as always. Can't wait for all the Hogwarts content. I appreciate it, man. There'll be plenty of Hogwarts and plenty of everything else. Hufflepuff Squid, thank you so much as well for becoming a member. Now you can use I believe the Elder Wand. All that stuff is open to you. So welcome in. We got the emojis. We got. I've been pumping out exclusive videos. I think I made a video about my most underrated games of 2022. That's it's locked behind a paywall. You have to be a channel member to watch it. I think I also did my top 5 movies of 2022. Is also a members only video. So I've really tried to provide value, even if you give $2 a month. Try to give people 1 to 2 videos a month for free, and then emojis in the chat. So those are your benefits for being a channel member, by the way. If what do people say? It's the price of a cup of coffee. But no, so the early access, well, I'll say this. I sent in today, I emailed the people I believe I need to email for Hogwarts related things. So the emails are out there. I don't think they'll get back to me anytime soon because of the holiday break, but hopefully maybe next week after, if I get an email back, that'd be a good step in the right direction. It's tough. I've always said this. I say this in like every live stream. I never want to come across as, like ego-driven or like I deserve a code because I don't. And it always comes across cringy when people do it anyway. But, I hope. Like I root for myself. I wanted a Plague Tale Requiem. I've talked about that game a lot. That game's my game of the year. And they did give me a code. The code has nothing to do with it, but I'm not going to lie to you and say I didn't want the code. Like, I emailed them, I pitched myself, and I was really hoping it was a game I really, really wanted, period, and I was going to get anyway, and I got it, and I was happy, It's just, I think, human nature. So I didn't get Gotham Knights, and I covered Gotham Knights a lot. I think my Hogwarts stuff has been bigger and more successful than Gotham Knights, so I hope I have a chance at the early access to Hogwarts. But here's what I'll tell you. Ben and James of Expecto, those two will get it early, no doubt. They'll get the game early. So will I be part of that group or will I be left out? Well, that is what I can't wait to see in 2023. Great channel. Thanks, Swaggy G, by the way, for the super chat, man. Great channel. I just can't wait for Marvel Spider-Man 2 and other amazing anticipating 2023 games. The Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to blow our minds. It will. It will. That's a big one, towards the end of the year. Hogwarts has our back in the beginning. Well, plus a lot of other games, honestly. A lot of games have our back in the beginning. And then the second half, I think Starfield gets pushed one more time and comes out in the fall. So I'm kind of a Starfield in the fall guy. I think Starfield, Spider-Man, maybe Hellblade 2 can sneak in there. If Final Fantasy VII Rebirth can sneak in there, we could have a phenomenal, not just year, but really good start. You got your games in the middle, and then really, really solid end. I wouldn't be surprised if The Wolf Among Us 2 comes out in the fall either, honestly. Thank you guys all for the support, by the way. The super chats, the members, you guys rock. Okay, let me catch back up. Alex, you are more clued up on this than me. Have we heard anything about the Prince of Persia remake? The newest news of Prince of Persia remake is that they were canceling pre-orders, which is familiar to Hogwarts Legacy fans because of the PlayStation thing, but that's the most recent Prince of Persia thing is they were canceling people. Because at some point, I guess, I didn't even know this, you could have pre-ordered Prince of Persia, probably when they first showed that trailer 2020, all the way back then. So you could pre-order it. They stopped that. and they're canceling them. But that doesn't mean the game is canceled. It just means probably for like legal reasons. But I think the game is absolutely going to happen. It's got the new team. I think Ubisoft Montreal, some team in Canada of Ubisoft's is doing it. So I do think it's going to happen, and I do think it'll probably be better than what it would have been if you kept it at the team that it was at. But it's still probably years away. Like, I think 2024 most likely for that one. PlayStation Showcase early next year, like February next year. Do you believe we're going to get TMNT movie in 2023? Isn't there supposed to be one in like the summer? Is it animated? I remember seeing that on like Wikipedia. I don't know. I'm burnt out on movies too. I only saw the new Top Gun movie this year. Well, that's really all you needed to see. I won't watch anyone who gets Hogwarts Legacy early. I don't need the game spoiled for me. That's fair. Depends on the content. Like, if you have it early, that doesn't mean you'll spoil it. Well, to some it would. Like, the thing with the internet, the thing with YouTube, like McFire and Ice, is it and Ice? McFire Ice? Them, and just any of the like the walkthrough channels, spoiled immediately. You'll get spoiled. There are some channels that just flat out will put spoilers in the thumbnail or the title. They just absolutely will. But I do think people that get it early also wouldn't do that. It's like me, like if I got it early, I don't. In fact, well, I'm not going to get too controversial. You're not really supposed to do certain things, like when you sign your NDA and when you're reading the rules of when you get the game early and all that stuff. There's plenty of stuff you're not supposed to do that people do anyway, and for whatever reason, they still get codes. And I'm talking big channels. So, yeah, I don't think you're really supposed to do spoilers early, and I wouldn't. But I guess some people do. DJ Steph, thanks again, man. Did you hear about the Ubisoft Star Wars game playtest in Sweden? I did. Isn't that the that's the Massive, is that what they're called? And they're the ones who are doing Avatar. The team that's making for Ubisoft Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, which looks solid but not great, at least right now. But we haven't seen enough of it. That studio is also making that Star Wars game, which is the same studio that did the Division. Have to watch my stuttering. The Division. It's the same team. So yeah, they're busy. They're like very busy. Oh, and the Batman, forgot that came out this year. Yeah, Batman was high on my list. Alex, do you think I should return to Gotham Knights? I mean, I don't really see a reason to. I got out of Gotham Knights what I wanted. Well, not really. I mean, I got out of it what it provided to me, and I'm good with it, you know? I actually didn't finish Heroic Assault, but it's because not even enough people were playing it to help me out. Because I'm a loser. I need help. I'm a loser. And so, yeah. I personally will not be going back unless there's DLC, which I doubt it. I made my farewell video, so I feel good about saying goodbye to the game. Where's that? Okay. I like this. Like, the mic is great. Love the mic. I bought it for myself. But it gets in the way. There's this long arm here. It blocks, like, my left eye from seeing some of the screen. Might get some news of the Batman in 2023. That would be fun. We only have 5 Fridays left until Hogwarts Legacy. My God. Well, like I said, it could be less for for some people. DLC sometimes take at least 6 to 8 months, but depends on what games. Yeah, I mean, I think for this, you got to think about the type of game and the size of it. For a type and size of game like Hogwarts Legacy, the going rate for DLC is close to a year. It's close to a year. You could look at Cyberpunk. Now, Cyberpunk was slowed down massively from all of the bug fixes and just all the updates, and they've done like 1,000 of them. But even like Phantom Liberty, right? Like it takes a while. It takes a long time. Japan and Chile apparently approved the deal. Yeah, more of the boards have said yes to the Activision Blizzard thing. Your opinion on Reddit banning Hogwarts Legacy talk? So what I gathered was I was gonna cover the Hogwarts Legacy Reddit thing, but from what I can gather, it's a gaming subreddit on Reddit, and it's very political, like normally. In fact, I think on its banner, on its tagline, It literally says it's a very political channel or thread or something. So it's a big community. I think it's got like 550,000 members, and they banned talking about, positively about Hogwarts Legacy. Obviously, they're jokes and they're clowns, but seeing that originally, it's not like all of Reddit did it. It's just the one specific thread or subreddit. I think that's how you call it, right? It's one specific subreddit that did it. They're a very political subreddit, so it's not surprising to me that they're gonna take the angle, I guess, of just suppressing that you're not allowed to say anything one way about something. That doesn't shock me. So they're jokes. I mean, there's not much more to say. I hope we see Lord of the Rings Gollum in 2023. But I'm pretty worried about that game, considering they said we were going to find out stuff about it soon. And, you saw my video. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe needs to be a game. That'd be fun. We still haven't had a large DLC for Cyberpunk, but we know it's coming. Yeah. No, I like read people. I don't see some of these chats until like just now, but see how I kind of like just retroactively can nail what you guys are thinking with all these things. Any last minute theories about Hogwarts? I do want to make a live stream actually, almost titled exactly that, like last final predictions for Hogwarts. I'll probably make a video on that as well. I think it's 1 year. I think swimming will be in it, but I'm still 50-50 on going underwater. I don't think it's going to be the game of the generation. I think it'll be a rather good game. There's some of them. About 6 to 9 months for DLC would be good, although some of them are big. Yes. Nicolaus. I can't say your name. Can I just say Nick? I appreciate it though. Joining late. Hey everyone, what's up, Alex? Pete, very easy name. What's going on, man? No, I appreciate all of you equally. If your names are tough to read or not, honestly, a name like Pete, I'm surprised I can get half the time too. So don't feel bad. Alex, do you think Resident Evil Code Veronica will be remade? Yes, because of the they took down, right? They issued the warning for the fan-made project of Code Veronica. They struck that down, and they only have done that when they are making a remake for those games. I think they did that for 3 and 4, right? So when Capcom comes after you for doing a fan project, normally it's only because they're doing it themselves. So I do think Code Veronica could be next up after in terms of remakes. I think there was the leak. I don't know how I'd look it up this quick. There was the leak of all the Resident Evil games that are coming out over the next like 5 years. This was like 2 years ago. 9 is coming. Is it called Apocalypse? Yeah, it's even like a code name. I think it's Resident Evil Apocalypse or something. And I think that's supposed to be RE9. So yeah. When do you think Texas Chainsaw Massacre will release? I hope it's the first half of the year, but I really don't think... I've looked. I don't really think we have any info of like when it's supposed to be in the year. So hopefully this year, or hopefully in the first half of the year. But whenever it is, like I'll be, I'm ready for it. I think I put it pretty high on my most anticipated list. I'm really looking forward to Texas Chainsaw. I don't know how YouTube will like me covering Texas Chainsaw. Gotta be very careful with what you show and talk about. But Texas Chainsaw, it's just an item if you don't even say the last name, or just Texas. Sandy in SpongeBob says Texas all the time. Yeah, the most recent game that got moved up, I think, was when AC Valhalla by a week or so. Yeah, Gotham Knights also was, I believe, moved up by a week. Or, no, Gotham Knights was moved up by, I think, 3 days. It was less than a week. There you go. Look at the Elder Wand. What's up, I personally like the What's Up, Everybody emoji, to be honest. I just looked at the trophy list again. Not going to spoil, but very interesting things in there. There's some very interesting things in there. I have not done the sorting quiz yet. So jumping to, I said it in the beginning, actually. So my hope, like I said, I want to do like a Scream live stream, but over the next month, like in January, I want to do a live stream where I do the sort. I sort myself on Pottermore or whatever it is, and you guys can watch it. I think I did it back in the day, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And also, it's not linked to my current the podcast now email, you can reach out for business inquiries and messages and stuff. It's not linked to that, which I would like to link that with. I'm pointing at my TV, the game when it comes out. So I gotta do it, either way. I'd have to do it again, I think, because it's on the wrong email. So I will probably live stream that. Do you believe if we get a new Batman game after the last time since the voice actor passed away, they might reuse his voice? No, you'll never have an Arkham game of Batman again. That's first what I think. I think Batman as a standalone hero in a game, that will happen. It won't be Arkham. They'll just have to find somebody to replace Kevin, basically. So yeah. Microsoft buying Netflix would be nearly pointless. Who really? I see Embracer Group acquiring them. Does Netflix need to be bought? I didn't even know. Are they in are they in that kind of mode? Alex, do I need to play the first Tales before Requiem? Yes. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. It'll help quite a bit. If you just go into Requiem, I think the opening catches you up. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm only pretty sure. But I mean, you could watch like a cutscene thing, or there's some people that do condensed stories on YouTube that I think are rather good. So you could do something like that. But I think you should know the story of, at least the story of Innocence. You should know that. They're both on Game Pass, I think. Yo, wish you a good one, Alex Siraxis. Same to you. Same to you. Thank you for being here, as always. Almost at 70K. Congrats, buddy. Thanks, man. Bob Lee. Is it supposed to be like Bobby Lee? I love Bobby Lee, the comedian. I know we're so close to, like I said, we're so close to 70K. I don't think we'll get there by tomorrow night. We're also very close to 6K on my second channel, which is pretty, I think that's pretty good. We're getting there on that channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to that, like I said, I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of news there that I don't do here, like gaming news. I'm going to be reviewing The Last of Us show weekly on that channel, so that's the channel that's going to have my review of the show. And I do a podcast every Saturday on the second channel with my friend Sway from Twitter, and we have a blast, and we do a bunch of different stuff. So second channel is really becoming something, and I could easily see it becoming something in next year. I'm very excited for it. What do you expect to late 2023 because early in the year is stacked with so many games? So Starfield, Spider-Man, maybe Hellblade sneaks in. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, if I'm just going like Sony, Microsoft. WB, I can't imagine. Maybe the next NetherRealm game would be in the fall, because that game is supposed to actually come out next year. I forgot about that. So if it's Mortal Kombat 12, that'll probably be a fall game. Let's see. EA, what does EA have? Maybe Dragon Age is supposed to, rumor has it, sneak into the year, which means like December. But I don't think it'll come out in 2023, but Dragon Age could happen. What else? Sega, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Skull and Bones. I have to take it company by company. I'm sure there'll be games in the fall. Call of Duty, like an expansion. I don't know how packed the fall would be compared to the spring, but again, Spider-Man and Starfield should be enough for one for each to kind of carry Microsoft and PlayStation. And then if you have Hellblade and Final Fantasy, there's a second one for each. And now I'm just repeating myself. And there's probably games we don't know. There always is. I think the year Guardians came out, the year Guardians of the Galaxy, which was last year, the year Guardians came out, which was last year, in the fall. Wasn't that game announced in June of last year? I think there were rumors that it was going to happen, because I remember covering it. But I think in terms of when we found out about Guardians and Life is Strange that year, if I remember correctly, was in the year. So, and that happens. Between February and June, we may very well find out more games that are supposed to come out in the fall. That always happens. And every year there's always a couple big ones. Can't remember this year because I don't even want to go through. This year was a lot of delayed games from last year. Next year is a lot of delayed games from this year. Kind of just gets passed passed down. Guesses on Starfield release date? I still think second half of the year. So I'll go I could see August. I like August. I like that. When did Fallout 4 wasn't Fallout 4 in July or August? That's going to bug me, so I have to look it up. I'm pretty confident in that, though. Let me look. 76, I'm pretty sure was the fall. But Fallout 4, nope. So wrong. November 10th. God damn it. Well, that was close. I really thought that was over the summer. Don't know why. I'm going to be pre-ordering Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe Edition in January. Nice. Sony really need to show some of their cards in the next few months. Agreed. PS5 getting a little dusty. I'm using it for Jedi Fallen Order right now. Hey, Alex, what's up? How are you doing, bro? You think Hogwarts will be a game trilogy? Down well. I'm doing well. How about you, buddy? And I do think it'll be a series of games. I do think there'll be at least a sequel, which means if there's a sequel to Hogwarts, there will be a trilogy, right? As long as it does well and economy holds and all that stuff. Hope we get Kingdom Hearts. Oh, man. If there was a TV series for Kingdom Hearts, I'd be so freaking pumped. Cat Kitty Games, what's up, man? I'm very excited for The Wolf Among Us. It is my fourth most anticipated game of next year, which is pretty high, I would say. Pretty high regard coming from me. Yeah, I think GTA 6 is the Game Awards of next year. Most anticipated movies are Transformers, New Godzilla, what's JW for? John Wick 4. I was thinking Jurassic World. John Wick 4, Atomic Heart, Street Fighter 6, maybe stuff we don't know about. That doesn't mean I'm not excited for existing ones. Yeah. Atomic Heart, I'm really pumped for. Atomic Heart, I'm a little worried about just because, there definitely did seem to be some problems with the development of Atomic Heart. But also, I don't know if you can keep the level from what we've seen in those gameplay. If you can keep that for the whole game, great. Then it's like a Game of the Year contender. If you can't do it, I think that'll hurt the game a little bit. Sorry I'm late. Hope you had an amazing Christmas and Happy New Year. Same to you, Cameron. Thanks, buddy. Same to you. I had a great Christmas, and New Year's, I think, will be pretty fun. What games are you expecting? Oh, I already said that. I remember seeing the trailer for Banishers and thinking I want to see more of that. I think that's late 2023. Yep. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden is that game. That's from don't say it, Alex. That's from Don't Nod. I don't know why. I don't get them confused in the slightest. I can very easily tell the difference between Telltale and Don't Nod. But for some reason, I just always want to say Telltale. I think it's the easier thing to actually say out loud. But I think Telltale is a little bit more well-rounded than Don't Nod. But as I've said before, Don't Nod, I give them a lot of respect. You know, they email me sometimes. I think I'm allowed to say it. Like, I've talked to them behind the scenes from time to time. And I am not, I do not hold back when talking about my criticisms for Don't Nod. But credit to them. They do their thing. They bounce back or they don't, and they just keep on chugging away. And I have a lot of respect for that. So, and I say, uneven because, like, I hate Life is Strange too. But I like Tell Me Why, Twin Mirror, I actually think is a I'd probably say, like, above average, even though I think a lot of people think it was below. Rockstar doesn't need E3 or the Game Awards. I know they don't need it, but imagine what GTA 6's announcement at the Game Awards would do, and imagine Jeff Keighley getting that for the 10-year anniversary of the Game Awards. So, happy holidays, Alex. Same to you, Brock. Thank you. Thank you. When you beat a game fully, do you ever go back or just move on to the next game? So, I've said this, I think, maybe like once before, but it's actually a pretty rare thing I've said. So my controversial thoughts or hot take, like when I beat games, I do find it very hard to keep going. So like if it's an open world game, part of the reason why I hold off on the story stuff, so like if it's an open world game, like say Witcher or something, I will try to do as much of the side stuff as humanly possible and push the story and then just do the story all in a row. That's kind of how I do it. Partially because I am like a completionist in my head. I always try to do everything. But also, which is not actually that you wouldn't not believe that based off my channel. I try to cover everything. I try to beat everything in a game. But when I beat the game, as in the story of a game, I do find it really hard to keep going. Even I'll say for God of War Ragnarok, beat it. I did as much as I possibly could of the side stuff first, then the story, and I got the platinum. So I beat the story. I had quite a hard time like convincing myself to keep going when I had already beaten it. I just find even in worlds that it feels so alive and full, like Witcher, very alive, very realized, that world, when the story ends, there's just a part of me that gets lost. Like a part of my soul almost, where it's like I don't want to keep going because the game naturally ended. Like I know the game is still going on and you can still do side stuff, but I'm not really a fan of that, like just from a belief standpoint. So I find it actually pretty hard to do it. So even, looking at an example for like Hogwarts Legacy, like when I don't care how excited I am for the game, when I beat the game, it is hard for me to keep going and get the platinum or do side quests I didn't do during the game because I'm done. Like I beat the game. But that's not really, in some ways it's true because you beat the story, so you do beat the game. But did you beat the game? What does beating the game mean? Do you have to like do everything to beat the game, right? So it's tough. It's tough. Good question. That's a really good question. And hopefully I think that was a good way of me explaining it, right? If you pre-order Hogwarts Legacy, do you get a physical copy or just the digital? If you do it digitally, like on the PlayStation Store, it's just digital. Depends on what you're talking about, though. Little Devil Inside, I don't think that game's ever coming out. It could come out next year, but I could have said that the last 7 years. I mean, you can go down the rabbit hole, which I have with Little Devil Inside. When will we see gameplay for Prince of Persia and Splinter Cell Remake? Prince of Persia, I could see us seeing it this upcoming year. Splinter Cell, they said they're going dark for a while, and they said that, I want to say, in October or November. It wasn't that long ago that they said they're going to stop talking about it for quite a while. So, I mean, if Ubisoft does something like early next year, or late next year, not early, sorry. If they do something like fall of 2023 as like a showcase or an event, maybe that's when you would see Splinter Cell. But I could see Splinter Cell not appearing at all next year for any show, no info, just completely go dark. A Prince of Persia, the opposite. I do think we would see Prince of Persia. Is there any other info on Hogwarts Legacy they need to reveal, or do we have enough? I think we have enough. Honestly, I think we have enough for Hogwarts Legacy. I don't know. I would like to know swimming ahead of time, but if not, no big deal, no biggie. So we'll see. Are you going to review Dead Space? Yes. I'm very excited for. I'll be making. I already did my why I'm getting it series that I do. I already made a video for Forspoken and Dead Space that's just going to go up next week. So I already did that, and I want to, again, that's like a channel behind the scenes thing. Some of the times why I make those videos is to kind of test out which games are popular and people want to see more of. Because if people like my Dead Space stuff, which Dead Space is a popular game to cover on YouTube, then I'll make more and we'll cover. So I'm going to make, probably like Callisto Protocol, I'll make like 5-7 videos on Dead Space before it comes out. Then when it comes out, I'll talk about it after. But I definitely am going to do a review. Because Dead Space 1 is one of the all-time greats. It really is. Alex, what do you think Silent Hill: A Short Message is? Seems like it's from an unannounced Silent Hill game. Yes. So Dale, I made a video on my second channel. I'll say it here anyway, but if you want to check out the full video, Podcast Now Plus, links in the description. That was today's video, actually, on that channel. But what the short message is, it most likely, I don't want to say it as if it's confirmed because it's not. It seems like it's a demo, a PT-style demo, where you're going to play it, playable teaser, and it's only on PS5. Some people want it to. People do want it to be on PC. It was rated only for PS5 twice, but I think in Korea, South Korea, and then Taiwan. So it's definitely only PS5. But that's what it is. It's only a demo. It's probably, and it's different than Project F, right? The last one that they showed at their Silent Hill Transmission event. It's not the same thing. It's something different. And again, it's PlayStation exclusive. Hope a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake isn't exclusive to PlayStation. It probably is. Requiem ending, I thought was but damn, it sucked. What? Would you like to try that again, DJ Steph? It was the ending of Requiem, unless you mean bad. Oh, the Requiem ending. I don't know what you're trying to say. Did you comment again? The ending to Requiem is quite the ending, I'll say that. No spoilers because it's a massive spoiler. Netflix, a lot of companies are on the verge of going extinct, to be honest with you. By the way, there are some rumors Lego might make Lego Sonic. Oh, that would be freaking sweet. A Lego Sonic game would be rad. Can't believe it's the last 2022 stream. Here's to next year, man. Thank you, buddy. Yes. Happy New Year to you as well and everyone at home. Yeah. I did a lot of streams this year. A lot more, not partnered streams. A lot more just streams with other individuals than I've ever done before. But I had a lot of fun. This was a really fun year, a very consistent year for the channel, like I've talked about in the channel update. I'm pleased with the progress the channel has made. You know, there were years ago where I did think I'd get to like 100K by now, but I thought that a while ago. Like, I'm pretty level-headed that I don't think I'm gonna, I don't think I'm gonna get to 100K anytime soon. Maybe next year, but I think maybe like 90K is a more realistic target for next year. But doing Hogwarts, Spider-Man, Scream, these are gigantic things for me as a channel. Maybe I will get 30,000 subscribers next year. It's possible. I'm not going to rule it out. They did announce a Kingdom Hearts TV animated series, but no news. They did? Since when? When was that? Do you think there will be another showcase for Hogwarts Legacy before release? I'm kind of like 30-70 on that. 30 being the under. So I personally, I'm not like expecting it. I'll say that. I'm not expecting it. I think it's possible, but I don't know. I hear that a new Ghost Recon is looking to release next year. Really? But is it that stupid, they've had a couple Ghost Recon games that are just those kind of like live service, like full on or mobile kind of stuff. I don't think we're talking like a real Ghost Recon. Real. I think we'll be able to swim in Hogwarts Legacy. Room requirement has those other rooms, and one is blue like water. Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll just stare at it like that. It's got a word for it. Those different like portals. But if there's a water one, I'll just stare for too long. To be honest with you. Another question for you: do you know anything about what Hazelight Studio are developing now? Oh man, I gotta look up who's. Is that Joseph Fares' team? Yes, that's Joseph Fares, right? I knew it sounded familiar. I know my stuff. No, but they are very consistent. So A Way Out was 2019. It Takes Two was 2022, so 3 years, almost to the month, I believe. I think A Way Out was, May or June, and It Takes Two, I think, was April. So literally like every 3 years, Joseph Fares just churns them out. So I do think we got 2 more years. I wouldn't be surprised if he announces it at the Game Awards next year. You know how much Jeff loves him. So my prediction would probably be Joseph, he shows up at the Game Awards 2023 and the game comes out early 2024. And whatever it is, I'm sold. I mean, A Way Out, I think A Way Out definitely steals from a bunch of other games. It's a discount Uncharted. It's a discount quite a few other games, but it's really good. A Way Out is a really good game. And then It Takes Two is, it's an incredible, obviously, you would know that, but it's an incredible game. So I am in for whatever Joseph Fares does. Hey, Alex, when's the next time you're going to do a live stream playing with the community? Good question. Whenever it pops up. We used to, back in the day, do community events where we would kind of like plan ahead and pick like an older game to play. We haven't done that in years. I would like to do that at some point, but I'm not going to promise anything. But my newer model over the last couple of years is anytime there is a multiplayer game that comes out that I'm interested in, I would like to play with people. So to be honest, in terms of games that come out like in the first half, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I would definitely play with the community. I'd try to set something up. But I can't really think, like, is there any other multiplayer? I mean, I made a really long list of my most anticipated. Dead Space, SpongeBob, Hogwarts, Atomic, or Skull and Bones. I would play Skull and Bones with people. Is Dead Island 2 multiplayer? Suicide Squad. That's a really... Okay, there are definitely some of them. Diablo 4. Yeah, you know what? There's plenty. Crash, Team Rumble. I will play that. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot. There's more than I thought there were. I just needed to consult my list. But yes, I will definitely be doing that. Not that we want this to happen, but what games can you see getting delayed? Starfield. See, the issue is Hellblade, they don't have a date. They don't have a year. I think if you believe the rumor that they were shooting for Dragon Age in like December, I think that'll be delayed. So in a way, that will be delayed. Starfield. In terms of games like we know the release date, I think a lot of them are probably safe because we don't know too many in the fall. That's the thing. That's the thing the gaming industry has been doing is you don't know these games' dates too far ahead. So like if we had a bunch of games in the fall, like we knew the date, you could predict a lot of those would be moved. But because they don't say, they could get delayed. We just wouldn't know about them. So that's the tough thing. But I only say Starfield because Starfield is confirmed by them to be in the first half of 2023, and I don't believe that. I think it's going to be in the second half. So I do think that is basically a public delay that the game was pushed. So that's what I would say to that. Would love your Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 in-depth analysis. Oh, man. Well, I'd like to wait. I'd like for the freaking remake to actually exist again. So, yeah. Hogwarts Legacy creator Among Us stream. Oh, man. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. If you guys are up for it, Last Marauder, yeah. Let's do it. That'd be a lot of fun. And back in the day, well, you know, Among Us was popular, what was that, 2020? And that was right around the time of Hogwarts Legacy, so kind of missed it. I actually covered Among Us and made some pretty big, one of my videos did pretty well. But it just missed that Hogwarts, crossover, even though I covered Hogwarts before, but other people, didn't. So, oh yeah, I meant to say it was good, but hurt to see. Oh yeah, it very much hurt to see. I thought the Kingdom Hearts show was supposed to come out after the first game a while ago. Yeah, there were rumors. I think there was a Kingdom Hearts show pitched back in like 2002 or 3. There's another rumor that it's coming out. Like, there's a new one, basically. No, a real Ghost Recon. Oh, well, what is real? Am I right? When they announced together with Kingdom Hearts 4's first trailer. They announced a show with the first trailer? Really? Why don't I remember that? I don't remember that at all. Alex, I'm hoping to hear about Project 007. Ooh, yes. And Indiana Jones. I think we'll hear about at least Indiana Jones. What happens with Watch Dogs? Yeah, Watch Dogs, I think that team moved to some other game? Oh, I don't. Ubisoft is kind of tough to pay attention to because they have all their teams and like with Sony or Microsoft, obviously like Coalition or 343. Like they have nice names, right? Naughty Dog, Santa Monica. But when it comes to like Ubisoft, you have like Massive. You have Ubisoft Montreal. Like, what's the difference between Ubisoft Montreal and Ubisoft Singapore? I think is the ones making Skull and Bones. So they're just named based off their location, which is very hard to keep track of. You know what's even harder to keep track of? Japanese studios. I don't know how many studios Square Enix has, but they clearly have a lot. Or like, what does Tetsuya Nomura manage in Square Enix? I don't know, because you got the Final Fantasy teams, plural. You also then have, and I know he's not like the manager of everything, I'm not saying that, but you have like those teams, you got multiple Kingdom Hearts teams, and Square Enix is bigger than just those two franchises. It's hard to keep up with. It's very hard. But in terms of Watch Dogs, Legion, I think, failed them, so I would like to see something new. Will it be another Watch Dogs game? Probably. Do you think there'll be a Spider-Man 2 trailer soon? I do. First couple months of the year is what I predict. Do you believe we might get some Power Rangers game? I'd love a Power Rangers game that's not Battle for the Grid. Even though that game's fine, I would like just not even open world, just like I don't even know what kind of linear action adventure game for Power Rangers. I think it would be freaking sweet. Did the wife buy you any gaming related stuff for Christmas? Your channel is my most watched. Thanks for all the content. Thank you, Dale. Thanks, buddy. Did she buy me anything gaming? She bought me a lot of Funko Pops. Some of them are gaming. Or my sister. Like, I have Vanitas now from Kingdom Hearts. I'm looking up. My Funkos are up there. Oh, God. There's a lot of Funkos. Where are they? Oh, Joker from Persona. I got that. I didn't get, like, this mic, the camera, not from her. She gets me, like, cooking stuff because I cook a lot, and I like cooking. And she gets me Funko Pops and different stuff like that. So I don't really think she did. My parents got me a new sound bar for the channel, or well, not even for the channel, just for anything, a sound bar. What else? There was another, I forget. There's too much stuff. I was spoiled. I could see Flintlock getting a delay. Yes. I saw that game on Twitter like yesterday. That specific game. That's actually pretty weird. Diablo 4 being pushed. That's possible. I can't wait for Suicide Squad either. I think there could be a third showcase. There's things they could show how classes work, puzzle gameplay, morality scale, end credits. Yeah, that's true. There's actually plenty. And you know what? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good point, Last Marauder. The morality stuff, I really think they need to like talk about that a bit more because it doesn't sound like it's that in depth, and it doesn't sound like it's really going to compare well to other games like this. And I don't want to say that's okay because it maybe isn't okay, but I would just like some more explanation of how that stuff is going to work. So, yeah. I don't know how to say that name, Nerdy Giant, Tachia, but I know what you're talking about. I vividly know what you're talking about. I heard they did move to some other studio for Watch Dogs. Oh, I was right. Can't wait to see your reaction to trailers and live gameplay for future games in 2023. Thank you, James. I can't wait either. Hogwarts Legacy content creator joint stream would be good the day before it is released, especially to see all the excitement. Yeah, that would be... The thing that'll make that tough is that is a very specific day that people could be busy, number one. Number two, Hogwarts creators could already have the game, right? Like Andy could have it, or Retro could have it, or James and Ben, I think, will have it for sure. So maybe like if half the creators have the game and their reviews are already out and the game comes out like the next day and some don't have it, that becomes a little tricky. But I do want to get people together one more time, some group of people, before the game comes out, and then I do want to get all 10 of us after the game. I definitely want us to have a post-game event. And also I'm going to do something with Troy as well, probably just maybe one-on-one. I'll see if he wants to do more than that, but I'm definitely going to do something with Troy as well. Do you think a new Battlefield or Far Cry will come out next year? No. Probably the next year for Battlefield. Japan studios are a lot from what I heard and searched up. Gotcha. Ghost of Tsushima 2, 2024? Maybe. I could see that. I could see learning about Ben's next game, the ones who made Days Gone. I could see hearing their game next year. See, Microsoft, we know a lot of these games. They have like 30 studios, but a lot of them actually we do know the games they're making. They're just staggered and far out, so we need more info. Sony is kind of half and half. We know what some of the teams are doing. We know what some of them are doing that they haven't announced yet. Like we know there's a Twisted Metal game, like 1,000%, right? So we know things like that, but we haven't seen it. Or even The Last of Us, the multiplayer. So we have that, and then also for Sony games, we don't know what half the teams are. Like, I guess we know Sucker Punch is doing Ghost 2, but we haven't seen it yet. Bend is maybe doing Men in Black. So there's a lot to discover. And there's a lot to discover for everything. Like, hopefully Warner Bros. Has other teams on Wizarding World games. Hopefully they have more teams on DC games. I'm sure we'll find out more Marvel stuff. Will we find out Amy Hennig's Star Wars game next year? Probably. There's a lot. Funko Pops are nice, but they cost a lot. They do. My most expensive one is Tali from Mass Effect. She goes for like $350. She is expensive. So yeah. Your wife a big gamer like you, or she more indulges you? No, she's into different things than me. She's played a lot of Dreamlight Valley this year. She played a lot of like Animal Crossing back in the day, but she's into a lot of the same franchise. I feel, I take a lot of the games away from her. So, like, she probably would play Final Fantasy if I didn't play it. She would have played God of War Ragnarok if I didn't play it. So I actually, I feel bad. I steal a lot of games from her. But she plays like Assassin's Creed. Normally, I actually watch her play the Assassin's Creed games, the most recent ones. I'll watch her play it. Again, like Dreamlight Valley. So like those kind of games. But we played It Takes Two together. We played A Way Out together. She likes Resident Evil. She's into a lot of the same games as me. Not all. And our movie tastes are very different as well. I force her to go to Scream, Fast and Furious. Like I have to like buy her out to go to see those 2 movies with me, and I have in the past. So, she's funny. What's your thoughts for the Transformers Reactivate? I'm excited for it. I want to get into that beta, that closed beta. I've signed up on their email list, so I'm going to be ready to go when they let people in for that game. Yeah, I think we'll maybe hear about Ghost 2 next year, but I don't think it comes out next year at all. And the Ghost movie, yeah, that should be sweet. I'll be down for a live stream. There's no way I'll be getting early access. Hey, I probably won't be getting early access either. Let's be real. I don't even. I won't say it on stream. I'll be saddened. I'll be sad if I don't get a code. But gotta be careful what you say because that makes me sound like I have a big ego. Like I deserve a code. I want a Jurassic Park themed game. Oh man. Oh, you know what else comes? Oh, I didn't write it on my list of most anticipated games. Can you guys see that? Like my Kingdom Hearts notebook. That's how much I love Kingdom Hearts. I have another one. Oh, God. Hold on. I want to show you. What am I have another Kingdom Hearts. Oh, God. I can't find it. I have 2 Kingdom Hearts notebooks. That's how much I love it. I also have a poster over there. What was I going to say? Oh, what's it called? What's it? Planet Coaster? I feel like that game already exists. There's a roller coaster tycoon game that comes out next year from the makers of Planet Coaster. What's it called? And it's a theme park sim. I love those games. And, I also didn't know that 2 Point Campus had a Christmas update. I like 2 Point Campus quite a bit. I just can't keep up. Okay, final grouping, and then I gotta go. So let's find the last people that want to say something. Oh, look, my dogs. Alex, do you think the Indiana Jones game will be on PS5? Probably not. Did I dream that they were rebooting Knights of the Old Republic? They're doing a remake. They're doing a remake of it. But it's not going well. It's not going well at all. Surprised we haven't heard nothing for Persona 6. Nick, oh my God, I actually have a video for you. I actually recorded a video on Persona 6. See how in sync we are? Also, I don't know why, but if Hogwarts does well, I'd love Avalanche to tackle an open world Lord of the Rings game. That'd be sweet, but I think they're gonna stick. If Hogwarts does well, they're gonna make a trilogy, I think, of Hogwarts, and then afterwards, then they could do Lord of the Rings. But do you have faith that the release of Hogwarts won't be a cyberpunk disaster? Yes, I don't think it'll be a. I think people may be overhyping Hogwarts, including maybe myself in some ways, but I don't think it's gonna be like a cyberpunk thing. They should make Street Fighter 6 1 to 2 years an Xbox timed exclusive. Here's what I don't get, though, about, I guess equalness. Because if you don't like one company doing it, why would you want the other company to do it? Unless you want them to be equal. I guess that's the thing. Alex, do you think the Amy Hennig Marvel game will release next year? No. I think we'll see it probably gameplay next year, which will be sweet. The Black Panther Captain America game. When NetherRealm brings out their next game, whether it be Mortal Kombat or Injustice, will be doing. Yes, I will cover it. I think it's Mortal Kombat. What do you think of the Rick Grimes scene in the Walking Dead finale? I liked it, and I'm excited for his show. Roller Coaster Mania? Is it that? It sounds about right. Thoughts on God of War Ragnarok? It is my second favorite game of the year. I like it quite a bit. It told a great story. I think Kratos is an incredible character. I like the Atreus parts. Very clean. I liked it quite a bit. Yeah, they were attacking each other. How would you feel if a AAA studio made a Three Musketeer game? Oh, man. That'd be fun. Who would make it? Somebody who's good with Mike, the team that made Assassin's Creed Black Flag would be the team I'd almost put on a Three Musketeers game. The Aiming Marvel game will be like Uncharted. Yes, it will be like Uncharted. I think you'll play. No, you're going to play as all four, I believe she said. Alex, if they did make a new Watch Dogs game, do you think they should do a single protagonist? I think a single protagonist. I think you should go back. I don't think Legion worked, so I do think you need to go back to just the one. Not that really worked either, but it worked more. So, don't think WB owned the rights to Lord of the Rings games. I don't know who. I think Embracer Group owns the rights to Lord of the Rings games. Yeah, I thought about that right now. Have you played Predecessor? No. What's that? Let me look it up real fast. Predecessor computer. Oh, it's a computer game. What do you take me for? I'm just kidding. Fast-paced action game, MOBA, and FPS gameplay. No, I've never even heard of it. It looks like Overwatch? I saw a screenshot of it. Oh, man. Oh, I'm not good at those games at all. I'm not good at MOBA games. But that looks like a pretty game. Like, pretty visually. Hey, yo, Pop Jake, what's up? Have a good night, Alex. Gonna go watch your most anticipated 20. Yes, please. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. I like that video a lot. My ranking videos, I normally put some good time and effort. No, Amy Hennig's game is gonna be linear. Like they'll tell you when they're gonna switch characters. Like they will force you to switch characters. That's how that's gonna go. Top 5 best games of all time. Oh, I can't do that. I will tell you that like Uncharted 4 is my number 1, but games like Life is Strange, the first one, Sly Cooper 2 and 3, Uncharted 3 and 2, Last of Us, Infamous, Halo. I mean, like there's a lot. I made the joke last time. I'd like to make like a top 100 list for me because it would take that much to do it. I have a lot. Even games like Unfinished Swan and What Remains of Edith Finch, I think are 10 out of 10 games. I think A Plague Tale Requiem honestly deserves a spot on my list. God of War 3, I always have a soft spot. I mean, I can keep going. I love games. I mean, that's again, I think a quality of mine. I like a lot of games. I play a lot of games. Crash Bash would actually be on my list. Crash Team Racing, the original, would be on my list. So yeah. But it's a good question, and I do want to make like a ranking video one day for it. So or like my top games of all time. Happy New Year. Will you play Diablo 4? Yes, and I'm sorry I didn't. I saw your comments on one of the videos you commented on, Gabriella. I will be. Diablo is on my coverage list. Like, I will be covering Diablo. So that will definitely happen. For sure. Would you be playing with others on Suicide Squad? Yes. 100%, Philip. Predecessors like League of Legends. It does look like League of Legends. It does look like it. Before you retire from gaming, you must do... I will. Honestly, I've pushed my favorite games of all time list so many years that I should do it as, like, my last video. If I ever go away or everything shuts down or whatever, that should be like my last video I ever do. I think that would be very poetic. And I think it actually makes a lot of sense. So you know what? Well, you just convinced me, Nerdy Giant. I guess you're never going to get my list until I'm gone. Then you'll get my top list of all time. I'd have to do something like my top 10 games of every year that I've ever played games. And then you could like imagine what my top list would be. But that's got to be my grand open. Oh, what's the word? I'm not good with Greek or whatever language it is. I don't want to make myself sound stupid. Do you think Forspoken will flop? Yeah, kind of. I think it's possible. I'm not 100% sold on that, though. Do you think Infamous Second Son will get a remake? I think Infamous will come back at some point, yes. Sweet, thank you, no problem. What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy? Do you think we'll be able to use the Elder Wand and Merlin's Wand? The Elder Wand, I do think will be in the game. I don't know if we'll be able to use it, but I do imagine that's in the game. Or do top for each generation. Man, we're on the same wavelength, yeah. Yep. I'm worried about fall and winter of 2023. Now, there'll be other games, don't you? Like I said, don't you worry. Starfield, Final Fantasy, there's games. What are those badges by certain usernames in chat? If you're a member, which is only $2 a month, shameless plug, You get exclusive videos every month from me. You also get the badge, and you get emojis. I have Ghostface, Kratos, the Elder Wand, What's Up Everybody. I have all those as emojis. So if you $2 or $5, there's 2 different tiers, but you get that stuff for being a member. It's the join button. If you look at subscribe and you look to the right of it where it says join, you click that and you go through there, and that's how you do it. There you go, Gabriella Sunrise. There's all the emojis, every single one, I think. Do you believe in Sly Cooper news? I pray Sly comes back. Nothing would make me, like, a Pirate 6 with Johnny Depp is one thing that would make me probably teary-eyed, and I think Sly 5, or just a Sly game would make me almost cry. Like, I really do believe that. I do, more than Hogwarts ever would. You know, any of the, or Uncharted, if there was ever another Uncharted with Nathan Drake. I think just the pure shock factor would almost make me have a heart attack. There are some games that, where do I sign up for that? I don't see anything on iOS. Oh, God. You might have to go on your computer or some other phone device, but there's a join button next to the subscribe button. And that's how you just click that. Computer is probably easiest. Probably easiest. Okay, I'm going to go now. Yeah, I enjoy the emojis a lot. Thank you. I paid some people. I paid somebody to make the last 4. Those last 4, Kratos, Elder Wand, Ghostface, and what I hired a professional. And I'm going to do it again for other ones, too. Yeah, Ubisoft may have some stuff. Avatar. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora probably is a fall game. There you go. I can't wait to see you play through the Sky game. What's the Sky? Sly. Yes, I definitely need to do that. Would be a kick in the balls if that's true. Like, we have to find the Elder Wand just to hand it over. I don't think we'll... Yeah, we could just hear about where it is. I don't know if we would actually have to give it to somebody. I would love a Sly Cooper. I love anything Sly. I'll figure it out. I'm determined. Well, thank you, Pop Jake. No, I appreciate even the attempt of support on the channel. I really do. I really do. All right. We've gone on too long. I got to go eat and stuff. So thank you. I mean, truly, guys, you all rock. These streams, I love doing these variety streams where I just read comments. They're my favorite. They really are. They're more of my favorite than just casual, than like doing specific streams on things. So thank you so much, not just for being here today, but the entire year. There will be videos, because why not, on New Year's Eve and on New Year's. I didn't slow down. There's actually more videos than usual. But no, thank you all for the support today. Thank you for the support for the year. You know, we're almost at 70K. We're almost at 6K. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the second channel, you want to help me get the second channel to 6K. It's a more reachable goal. The link's in the description. But you guys rock. It's been an incredible year. I had a blast this entire year. It flew by. Next year, I think, is going to fly by. And so, yeah, so last live stream for the year, but videos on the weekend. And then, of course, next week we are back. I'll probably live stream again next Friday. And then soon we got the games, Forspoken, Dead Space, you know, all that stuff. So there'll be plenty to talk about in terms of news as well. That was pretty dead. I kind of carried my own channel for a couple of weeks there without any gaming news. So, yeah, I've gone on too long. Thank you all so much for the support throughout the year, whether you watch, whether you leave a like, whether you're a member, whether you're a super chatter. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.